Hey y'all! Happy Mercury and Leo! Mercury's in Leo now. Yeah. Mercury's in Leo now. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Mercury's in Leo now. I feel like naked because I don't have my rings on. Mercury's in Leo now. Hey y'all. What up, what up? Mercury's in Leo and it's opposite Pluto. And we have the moon getting real close to Jupiter in Gemini. That's what's going on today. That's what's going on today. Hey y'all. Hey, hey. What else we got going on? Oh, and we have the sun squaring the nodes today as well. That's today. Y'all know I do my updates every Sunday and I literally forget. I have to like rewatch it myself because I forget what I say in my updates. And then I watch them back and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that was so accurate. Aquarius moon, Sag rising. Hey, I'm a Sag moon, Libra rising, but my progressed moon just moved into Aquarius. And it's on Pluto, y'all. I've been feeling it. He proves it. That is a great joke. I love that. Leo rising, Leo moon. Oh my god, love it. Sun and the first house people are such like lively souls, especially being in Leo energy. Like y'all are larger than life. Big lover girl energy. I love to see it. We got a lot of Sag risings on here. Oh, hey fellow Libra rising, Felicia, and your honest mom friend. Leo rising. Oh, we got another Libra rising. Yes. Love it. I'm a natal Libra rising. But my solar return chart this year is a Sag rising. I've been attracting a lot of Sag risings. I mean, that's been the theme my whole life because I'm a Sag moon. I feel like your moon sign, when you meet people who have the rising sign, like the same rising sign as your moon sign, y'all just like get each other. Y'all just like get each other. Hi. I was just saying we had Mercury move into Leo, I think yesterday. No, it might have been today, actually. Oh my god. It might have been today, earlier today, or late last night, early this morning. Depends on where you are in the world also. Hey! Ooh, we got Cancer, Libra, Cancer. Wait, is that... No, that's Pisces, right? Oh, I skipped the... The symbols confuse me, y'all. I feel like I should know them. You're a Sag moon and a Libra rising too. Infinity life reading. That's awesome. Leo as your sign. I love it. Leos are great. I feel like Leos get a bad rap, but y'all are really just like the essence of and the innocence of and the unconditional love of children. Like it's really beautiful that y'all have that energy and bring it to the world because we need it. We need more innocence and childlike energy. Hey, Lori. Oh, we got lots of Libra risings. I love it. Wishing pregnancy on me. Why? I'm not opposed to it, but that's like kind of out of the blue, random. I mean, my progressed moon is in my 5th house right now, so it's not that far off of a prediction to make. Oh, Nikki, you have a Leo, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. That's awesome. Venus is about to move into Leo soon. Actually, I think soon is relative. I think it'll be like a week from now. Yeah, over a week. It looks like the 11th. Yeah, the 11th, Venus will move into Leo. 10th house is going to be lit up like a Christmas tree. I feel you. Mine has been with all this stuff we've had in Cancer. I've been doing a lot of lives. I've been creating a lot of new courses. Working on a book. It's been a lot of 10th house stuff. It's in Cancer, and so is Sirius is a fixed star. So everyone has the same Sirius. If you're talking about the fixed star, I don't know if there's another thing that you could be referring to, but that's why if y'all have ever seen my videos about Lionsgate, it's not on the same, I don't even know where Lionsgate came from. It like didn't exist before 2020, like 2021. Like nobody talked about it before then. But that's why it is not on 8/8. Like it's on a different day for everybody depending on what your longitude and latitude is. Because Sirius is a fixed star. So Lionsgate is actually when it's the heliacal rising of Sirius is what it's called, when the sun and Sirius rise together on the eastern horizon. And that differs for everyone depending on your location. The fixed star. Yeah, everybody has Sirius in the same, it's 14 degrees Cancer for everybody, I think. I think that's the exact fixation of it, but it doesn't move. So, yeah, it's the same for everybody. You have too much Pisces. I see that as a good thing. Like, use it to your advantage. And if anything in your chart can be used to your advantage and can be a good thing. Hey, Gia! Wait, Gia, are you on here? Sag, Sun, Gemini, Rising, Libra, Moon. Oh my god, I love that. Sun in the 7th house. Hey, Gia. With one stray cap. I wish I was exaggerating. Wait. Thank you. Thanks, Gia. I learned how to do eye makeup, y'all. I used to do it in high school, and then I just like became a natural galley, and now I'm getting back into it. Hi, Savalanche. I just met someone today who's an Aries moon. They're a Libra rising though, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like the combination of Libra rising and Aries moon like really chills out the Aries moon. It's interesting how depending on what else is going on in your chart, like it can really be chilled out with other stuff. Sag moon and Gemini sun. Oh my god, you're born on a full moon. That's exciting. That's exciting. Gia, if I'm remembering correctly, I think you were born on a full moon too, right? Aries sun, Libra moon. Hello, God. Taurus sun. Me too. Cat, moon, and rising. I love that. I have moon in the 1st house in my solar return chart, and I've really been feeling it. Like moon in the 1st house people, like if your moon sign and your rising sign are the same, y'all really wear your heart on your sleeve. Like it is beautiful. I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Born on a full moon. Oh yeah, and you're a Sag rising. Oh my god. I love that. I love it so much. I love it. Makes sense why we've been friends for so long. I was saying half my chart is Scorpio and half my chart is Sag. Oh, with one stray cap. Oh, wow. Interesting. Do you have Pluto in Sag too? I never forget a birth chart. It's a blessing and a curse. I always tell people I have the memory of an elephant, but yeah, I never forget a birth chart. It's like stored in my head forever. Is it true that if a guy's moon sign is your sun sign, they are more likely to be attached to you? Could be. I mean, depends on what else is going on, as it always does. We can't isolate any placements. But yeah, I'd say y'all are gonna get each other in a way that most people don't, for sure. But I've met a lot of Taurus moons that were male, and I don't think I've ever been like in a long-term relationship with one. Maybe one. I feel like, well, for that moon specifically, like for Taurus energy, we eventually would butt heads about things. So there can also be that where it's like a battle of the emotional needs and like the ego, where the sun person is like the ego and the moon person is like the emotional needs, and there's like a battle between those two, so that can happen with that as well. That's why you're the queen of this. Thanks, Gia. I love astrology. I love it. Sag sun, Aquarius moon. Wait, Leo rising? We just had Mercury move into Leo. It's in my 11th house, so I'm probably going to be doing a lot of lives. Because of the 11th house I see as ruling social media and our mindset. Like, did y'all cry a lot during Cancer season when Mercury was in Cancer? Because I was not expecting that. And since Mercury has moved into Leo, like just even today, I've been feeling that a lot less. And I'm feeling more like, I want to have fun. I want to be playful. I want to go like socialize. I want to meet people. Like I literally was just walking around town today trying to find like people I knew or meet new people, because I was like, I need to like connect. I need to connect with people. It's in your 9th house. Is there anything new that you're learning or like wanting to? I mean, it just moved there today, so there will be a retrograde in Leo too. I just looked at that earlier today. It will start at it will start in Virgo. But pre-shadow Mercury retrograde will start when Mercury is at 20 to 21 degrees of Leo. So let me look that up right now for those dates for y'all. I'm window shopping a trip. Ooh, like a traveling trip? That makes sense. I've been doing the same. And since Jupiter has been in my 9th house and the moon is there right now in the moon is in Gemini right now in Jupiter. And I have been like, maybe I should move to France. Like I have a trip planned there to visit France and Italy for a month in the fall. And I think I booked that like right after Jupiter moved into Gemini in my 9th house. And then I've been looking at like, okay, where am I going to stay? Where am I going to go? And maybe I'll extend my trip. Like maybe I'll just move there because my natal Venus is in the 9th house. And like, I've always kind of wanted to live abroad. And the climate is just like not it right now in the US. So I mean like the energetic climate as well as the temperature climate, like both things are accurate. Okay, so pre-shadow Mercury retrograde will start on July 16th. And then I think it will end, let me see. So if you do end up booking a trip, whoever said they have Leo ruling their 9th house, you might like rethink or reevaluate it. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 5th. So the pre-shadow begins on July 16th, and then it actually goes retrograde on the 5th of August. And then I believe it will last like 3 weeks. Let me see. And then we have Mercury going direct on the 28th of August. So from the 5th to the 28th of August, Mercury will be retrograde. It will start in the sign of Virgo and go back into Leo. And then it will go direct when it hits 21 degrees. And then move forward again. Is it true you're supposed to wake up as your rising sign? What do you mean? I see the rising sign as like who you truly are. It's a lot of your like your identity, how you present yourself, like your appearance, kind of what people pick up on you when you meet new people or when you're with people. 3 stelliums. Oh my God, what signs are they in? Is one of them in Capricorn? Because we had a lot of planets in Capricorn for a long time. In the 80s and 90s. Like Geminis need to wake up with music to get their day started. I don't know. I've never heard that. I've never experimented with that. I think anyone should wake up with music to get their day started. Like, because a lot of people just wake up and go straight to their phone. And if you wake up setting the tone of like your mood with good music and like dancey music, then it sets the tone for your whole day to be positive. Libra risings need to wake up doing a beauty routine. I don't do that. I do my beauty routine at night. I guess guess lately I've been doing more of a beauty routine in the morning, but mornings for me are like my alone time and my like nourishment time. Like I meditate, I do yoga. Sometimes I'll read something like inspirational. I think getting dressed is part of that, but everybody does that. It does make sense. I'm Scorpio rising. I wake up with questions to research. Oh my God. Like from your dreams or just like out of nowhere. And then you assess your emotions. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I never heard that before. That is interesting. I'll have to sit with that. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry? How is Cancer sign this week? I don't know. Is that your rising sign? Because that's what horoscopes are supposed to go off of. And also we have to assess what else is going on in your chart. We can't just isolate one placement and tell you how your week's going to go based on one placement, because you have a whole chart and your sun sign or even your rising sign is only like 8% of your whole chart. So the most accurate horoscope is one that you can do for yourself to look at everything that's going on in the chart. Do you have any insight on why, as a Cancer sun, I attract so many Gemini suns? Do you have any placements in Gemini? Like your Mercury or Venus or anything? And what's your rising, too? Because if you're a Aries rising, that would make sense. Why you attract Geminis as friends. Or even if you're a Cancer Leo rising, you could attract Geminis as friends, because those would put Gemini in your 3rd house and your 11th house. Questions from dreams, thoughts, prior events. Huh, a lot of clarity comes when you wake up. That's interesting. I wonder if that's like, if other Scorpio risings also experience that. Capricorn rising through co-star. Oh no. Oh no, you got Gemini ruling one of your houses. Your South Node could be there too. South Node or North Node. I haven't looked at co-star in like 8 years, so I don't know if they include those, but I don't know what to. If you're looking for a free astrology app, the only one I know that's like worth your time, if you're looking for a free one, is Time Passages. I don't recommend any of the free astrology apps. I personally think they all suck. The best astrology app, and the one that I use in all my videos and like religiously I use this app, is Astro Gold. Someone commented, because I posted, someone asked in one of my videos and I told them what I use, and they were like, oh, it's $27. I'm like, that's cheaper than it used to be. It used to be like $40, but you only have to pay for it once. You have it forever. And it also includes an interpretations feature. So you can literally get interpretations for anything, any chart you look up or the transits. And you only pay for it once. It's literally a fucking steal. It's the most beautiful, best astrology app out there. I don't recommend any of the free ones. Your human design app 2 you recommended. Yeah, that for human design I use Neutrino Design, but I still don't really like any of the human design apps either. Cause they, from what I've noticed, changed a lot of the language of stuff, and I think they've done that to try to make it easier, but in my opinion it takes away from the like purity of a lot of the stuff. So yeah, I don't really like any of the human design apps either, but I do use Neutrino Design just to like store people's charts and look at stuff through that app, but I don't like any of their interpretations. For your subscription, is it TikTok? No, my membership is something else. It's like a different website. It's app.learnastrohd.co. You can also get to it from my website, learnastrohd.co, or astrologyhumandesign.com, whichever is easier for you to type in. Pattern, yeah, the Pattern app is okay. I think it can be pretty general in their interpretation, but thank you, Ray. Is that how you say your name? My human design, I'm a 1-3 sacral manifesting generator. I'm all defined except for my root center and my solar plexus center, which just reminds me that I wanted to make a tweet about the solar plexus because I've noticed that people I meet who also have undefined solar plexuses, and like if we make any connections, but even if we don't, like I can really feel these, like, because okay, your conditioning sits in your undefined centers, right? It can also sit in the gates that you have open, but for the most part your conditioning like sits in your undefined centers. And when I'm around people that really haven't like done the work to release their conditioning or like work through their traumas and healed from the major themes of their life, I can feel their stuff. It's wild, like especially in the solar plexus. Yeah, Astro Gold has an app for your phone. They also have a computer software program. The software program is more intensive. It has more features. Like it has an astrocartography map. It has just a lot more features, and it's a bigger investment. When I paid for it 3 years ago, it was like $250, I think. But the app is like $30, I think. Again, I paid for all these things like 3 years ago, so they might have changed their prices. I don't know. The app is just more simple, and it's a different thing than the for your computer. The solar plexus is a center in your human design chart. So it's the center of emotions. It's the center of creativity as well, but mostly like emotions. And so people who have undefined solar plexuses, I talk about this in my ebook on human design. People who have undefined solar plexuses amplify the emotional waves of others, and they like take on and amplify people's emotions. So that's what I mean when I'm like feeling other people's energy that's like been stored in their solar plexus. And I also do this, undefined solar plexuses also do this with emotional authorities, which anyone that has a defined solar plexus is an emotional authority. And their authority is emotional waves, like up and down, up and down, up and down. But yeah, I really have noticed that anyone I'm around that has an undefined solar plexus and like they're still like holding on to that conditioning, which it shows up as avoiding confrontation and avoiding your truth, I really like feel that in people. It's like, oh God, it's so unsettling. It shows up a lot as like anxiety, or just like it's just like a weird feeling in your stomach depending on what it is that they're storing there. But like for some people I've been around that like there was a guy I dated and he had an undefined solar plexus, and he was also Capricorn moon. So Capricorn moons like don't have a really hard time feeling their emotions. And so whenever I was around him for an extended period of time, I would like have these crazy purges of crying. And that's one of the ways that the solar plexus releases emotion, especially if you have an undefined solar plexus. Like you really need to like allow yourself to have those times where you cry. But like for me, being around him, because he didn't like feel his emotions and he just like compartmentalize them, which Cap moons tend to do, I was like feeling all of it and purging it all for him, and it was really awful. I like was always freaking crying around his ass. So that's what I mean. As a Capricorn moon, I can agree. Yeah. I just had my progressed moon in Capricorn, and literally I didn't cry for 2 years. And then the moment my progressed moon moved out of Capricorn, it all like the floodgates of my eyes opened and I started to like finally cry again. It was the craziest thing. And I was like, I really feel for y'all Cap moons, because I didn't realize like the extent of that. Like I knew intellectually it was a thing, but living it was a whole different thing. Yeah, 2 years. It was so hard for me to cry because your progressed moon stays in the sign that it's in for 2 years. So it changes every 2 years. So yeah, it was like the hardest thing for me to cry for 2 years while my progressed moon was in Capricorn. It was awful. Libra moons hate confrontation. I really try to avoid them don't know about my solar plexus, yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's common with all cardinal moon signs, honestly. But it shows up the most with Capricorn moons, and I could see it with Libra moons. Yeah. I use modern astrology. I honestly don't understand Hellenistic astrology. I don't even know what it is. I can't find any I don't know. I can't find any good information that tells me what the fuck it actually is. But I use whole sign houses and tropical astrology. Oh, your progressed moon is in Capricorn now, Juliet. Yeah. I mean, it was a good time for me to build my business and work and build the structures and systems I currently have in place that allow me to be a digital nomad, basically. But when it came to emotions, it was rough. It was a rough time. Scorpio moon natal. Oh, wow. I have videos on your progress chart in astrology, and I have a whole class on it in my membership. So my membership is outside of TikTok. Someone asked about that. There's a subscription feature here. But my membership is outside of TikTok, and it's where all of my advanced classes on astrology and human design live. And I have a class on secondary progressions, also called your progress chart. It walks you through what they are and how to find them. The simplest way to explain it is it takes into account the aging of your chart and the evolution of your chart as you age. So a year is a day in progressions. So if say you're 30 years old, you would look at your natal chart 30 days ahead of when you were born, and that's your progress chart for when you're 30. Yeah, you're welcome. I was told I'm a grand air trine, but I can't find a lot about what that really means. It depends on what placements that are involved in that trine, and in what houses they're in. And I mean, air. Let's think of this in really simple terms. Let's not overcomplicate this, right? So air is all about communication and being in flow, communication, information, sharing that. So again, it depends on what planets are involved in the trine. But a trine ultimately is something you're gifted at, something that comes really natural to you that you might overlook, that you have to kind of remember that you're good at and act on it. And with air, it's communication, information, sharing things, sharing yourself with the world, with people, writing, speaking, communicating. So I have a grand water trine between my Jupiter, my Saturn, and my midheaven. And so for me, I'm really gifted at building structures and systems in order to expand myself and expand my finances, because my Jupiter is in the 2nd house and it trines my Saturn in the 6th house, which both of those trine my midheaven in the 10th house, right? So I have built this whole business on social media, sharing astrology and human design, which is Scorpio energy, Pisces energy as well. And so that's something that just I say this all the time, it just kind of happened to me, and something I'm really naturally gifted at. And other people are how did you do that? And I'm I don't know. It just kind of happened naturally. That's a trine, is it's your innate gifts. But if you just ignore them, or you just take them for granted, they're not gonna express themselves in the ways that they could potentially. My Pluto shows it's in my 5th house, listed as Scorpio. No, it means you're probably looking up your chart using the Placidus house system. I don't recommend looking at your chart using Placidus. I recommend looking at your chart using whole sign houses, because it makes every house one sign. But that's my recommendation. I'm not here to tell you what to do or force you to do that, but that's my recommendation because it makes everything simpler and easier. There truly is no such thing as a cusp. We got to get that concept out of our head. There's no such thing in astrology as a cusp. Something is either 0 to 29 degrees one sign, or it's 0 to 29 degrees another sign. There's no such thing as being on the cusp. Yeah, you're welcome. We love whole sign. Yes. I just posted a video about that like last night, I think, because it's a really common question I get. And I also made a blog post about it recently because it's like one of the most common questions I get, is what house systems use and why. So I made a blog post like breaking down all the different house systems and why I recommend using whole sign. If you want to check that out, astrologyhumandesign.com. astrologyhumandesign.com. There's a lot of gold nuggets on my blog. It was so confusing. I was over here trying to figure it out. It depends on what you're using. Like if you're using a website or an app, you just have to look into the settings on how to change the house system. Usually it's like in the settings of the apps, or I honestly don't know how to navigate a lot of the astrology websites, but it'll be somewhere in settings. We love whole sign. Hi. I don't know about draconic. I don't know about that. I have heard about it, but I haven't looked into it. Any tips on creating content if you work better not being stuck to a schedule? I mean, girl, watch me. I'm a 1-3 and I don't operate on a schedule. I never have been able to do that. Like that's why I started my first business. That's why I left the customer service job that I was working and had like moved up into leadership and like had a cushy like pay and was offered salary. And I was like, fuck this. I can't work on a schedule anymore. This is stressing me out. I hate it. I'm going to work for myself. I don't care what it takes. So I'm going to figure out how to do it. And like, I just create and flow. I don't create content when I'm not excited to. I don't operate on a schedule at all. Honestly, the more things I try to schedule in my life, the more I see on my calendar as like scheduled stuff, the more stressed out I get. I can't do it. I have an undefined route. Can't do it. Can't do it. Maybe like 1 to 2 things a week I can schedule. Other than that, hell no. How'd I do what as an MG? Yes, the 11th house definitely represents social media. That's how I see it for sure. So if you don't believe in cusps, you believe in decans. Yeah, absolutely. Decans are a completely different thing. I teach decans and degrees in my ebook, and then I go deeper in classes I have in my membership on that stuff. So if you have my ebook on astrology, you'll know. Same undefined root. Yeah, we cannot do the pressure. We cannot at all. When I tell y'all, oh my God, when I had like a scheduled job, I had so much anxiety before going to work because it was like I had to be there at a certain time. The pressure, right? I couldn't fucking handle it. When it was like, even if I had like an 11 a.m. shift, like 11 to 7 or whatever the hell, I would not be able to eat breakfast because I would be so stressed and anxious before the shift because it was like pressure to be there at a certain time. I could not handle it. It literally like drained my energy. Become self-employed. I just followed what I wanted to do. That's really it. That's really it. That is really it. Hold on, I have a date. Y'all, let me reply to him. And this was before I even knew about human design. Like, I was just following my excitement, and I was just following what I loved. Sounds good. See you soon. Like, literally, I was just following what I loved. And at the time, I was passionate about nutrition. I was passionate about like fitness and doing a lot of like active stuff, like hiking and skiing. I was like really into skiing, which I still am. I just don't do it as much as I used to. And so my whole business that I built originally was around that because that was my passion back then. I was also really passionate about plant-based eating and like health foods and all that kind of stuff. So that was the first business that I built. And then the passion waned for it and I wasn't passionate about it anymore. And I started getting like other jobs here and there. Then the lockdowns happened, didn't have those jobs anymore. I was unemployed and my new passions emerged. And that's what led me here. because back then it was tarot. It was, I mean, it's always been astrology, but I never had the thought of like, I want to pursue a career in astrology. I never had that thought. It was just like, I was so excited about it and sharing it with everyone that I could, that it really found me, because people kept asking me to like teach them about astrology or do readings for them. And so it just evolved naturally because I was sharing my passion. And that's really like all it is. Hold on, I don't like what I said in this text. I'm gonna edit it. Okay. Any advice for learning what my rising sign is without time of birth? You got to know your time of birth. If you know a lot about astrology, you can rectify your chart, or you can hire an astrologer who does chart rectifications to rectify your chart. I've heard Chris Brennan has a course on how to rectify your chart. I don't recommend learning from him, but that's the only one I know of that he's kind of like, his teachings are kind of like information overload. But yeah, I mean, you gotta either figure out how to contact the hospital or get that birth time, or you have to like assess on your own, which is just a lot of work. Did anything happen the year of your sun degree? Well, I was 8, so I don't know. I don't know when was that? 2004? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember hardly any of my childhood, so I don't know. You're stepping into mediumship. That's amazing. Gotcha. I'm trying to break out of customer service. Yes, just follow your passions. In some house systems, my moon is 4th house, some 5th house. Use whole sign houses, go with that. Yes, y'all, everyone needs to look into human design because it will change your fucking life. It will change your life. It's literally like your user manual for life. Yeah, I follow degree theory. I teach it in my ebook courses, and I have deeper classes on degree theory in my membership. Projector. Hey, Eva. Love that. We share an aqua. Oh, that's cool. I mean, you have to look at the chart holistically. I can't give you an assessment just based off four placements. How do you know if someone is legit with astrology? Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. And if you resonate with like their content or how they talk about astrology, I mean, my intuition's gotten stronger the more I've trusted it, but like you can feel when something's off. Like trust it. And me thinking back to all the readings I've got that I didn't like, that like didn't resonate, that was like, I'm glad I didn't spend money on that, or like we did a trade or whatever back when I was doing those like years and years and years ago, because like that reading was bunk. I didn't listen to my intuition. My favorite astrology app is Astro Gold. It's worth the money. Astro Gold. I really need to be an affiliate with them. Like, someone get me in contact with Astro Gold, because I literally promote their stuff more than anyone else, probably. I don't see anyone else talking about Astro Gold, but it's the best. How do you know what's the best place for you to live? Depends on your chart. Depends on your chart. I really like living on my moon line, because my moon, well, my relocation chart where I live, my moon is in the 4th house. So this place like really has always felt like home to me, even before I like had ever been here. It's like 2,000 miles away from where I was born. And I was born on my Mars line, which was just chaos and frustration. So right now I live on my moon line. I've been to my Venus line, but my Venus line intersects with Saturn in a lot of places, so I didn't like that. I didn't like being there. I've also heard, I mean, it literally depends on your chart, because I've heard that Sun and Mercury are good lines to live on, but I have Sun and Mercury in the 8th house. So for me, whenever I've been on my Sun and Mercury lines, it has kind of been like a lot of anguish and like transformation and like constant death and rebirth, because that's 8th house energy, right? That's where my Sun and my Mercury are. So it depends on your chart. I would say Jupiter is probably good depending on where it is in your chart again. So Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, Venus, or Moon, depending on your chart. And you also have to, I don't know, like what's your intention for moving? Do you want to grow your career kind of thing? Do you want to meet a partner and like have a family? That would be like Moonline if you want to have a family kind of thing and establish roots. Probably Moonline or the planet ruler of your 4th house. If you want to like establish a career and grow success with your career, look at the ruling planet of your 10th house and live on that line. For me, it's kind of both, because Cancer rules my 10th house, so the moon rules Cancer and I'm on my moon line. So for me, it's like this is good for my career, and it's also good for building a home and having a family. Moving 24/7 because the military, you feel like a different version of you every state. I feel that. I've moved 46 times since 2008. That's not even since I was born. I moved probably like a dozen or so times before like high school, because my dad was just always getting new jobs and we had to move for them. So I feel that. Do you do personal readings? This is a lot of great info. Thanks. Yeah, I am taking astrology readings right now. You can get it booked through my profile. I just opened them up, I think yesterday or maybe the day before. Speaking of Mercury signs, I hear a lot of celebs have Mercury in Scorpio. I haven't heard that. I do know a lot of celebs are Sages, so that fits. Would you say someone with an Aquarius and Cap stellium would live better or worse on a Saturn line? I think it depends on your relationship with Saturn and where Saturn is in your chart. Because Saturn isn't bad. Like, Saturn gets a bad rap, but Saturn is really here to teach you how to build long-term stability and success for yourself. Hey, Sarsamio? Sarsamio? I'm a Libra rising, Taurus sun, Sag moon. Tenth house. So that might be good for you to live on your Saturn line if you're trying to like build success, long-term success in a career. It's going to be challenging, but it's going to have long-term payoffs. I like to talk about Saturn in comparison to Jupiter, because Jupiter is the energy of building the lottery and Saturn is the energy of like you building generational wealth. So like, which do you want? You want to have like luck and abundance that is like short-lived and feels really great in the moment but doesn't last? Or do you want to like, you know, put in a lot of like effort and consistency into building something that's going to last your lifetime and probably generations after you? Yeah, go get those bags. Your Saturn and Jupiter are conjunct. Nice. Thank you, Victoria. I've been on a really big experimentation journey with my hair. This is like my natural hair. I just put a little bit of like curl enhancer in it, which it like does, it works under here, but on top it's like less like that. I'm experimenting with it. I don't know. It has a mind of its own, seriously. Thank you, Katrina. Taurus rising, Cancer moon, Scorpio sun. I love that. Oh, Drops of Stardust, you're a Sag moon too. I love that. The other night I was on live and we had like 5 or 6 Sag moons on here. It was so fun. The chat was like blowing up. Any advice for raising a double cap? They probably need structure and to operate on a schedule depending on what those placements are that they have in cap. Hey, Rebecca. Yeah, the chat was blowing up, and then what were we talking about? I don't remember. Oh, how much stuff we had in common. We all had like Sag Moon and like Gemini Venus and like some other placement in common. I was like, how the fuck are there so many of y'all on here? All hard but much needed lessons with Saturn. Yeah. And they last. Saturn is maturity energy, whereas Jupiter is like, okay, you might have manifested all of that, but then it's gone because you didn't actually mature and evolve. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, born on a new moon. We love that. I just found out one of my local friends that I run into just at the coffee shop I go to a lot was born on a new moon. And I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like, y'all are so... Everyone I've met that's been born on a new moon is just very compassionate, very loving people. Like, no matter what sign or house it's in. Like, that's the overarching theme of everyone I've met with born on a new moon. Getting ready for Saturn return. I'm in my Saturn return. You got 2 new moon babies? Nice. I was almost born on a full moon. Oh, wow, yeah. Your 8-week-old was born on the Taurus new moon? Aw. I love that. That's going to be a stubborn one, but they're going to get shit done. Honestly, my best advice for Saturn return is live your human design. Truly, that is what has made my Saturn return like a breeze. And there have been challenges. There's been a lot of like maturing. I don't know. I really feel that energy, but it hasn't been like a lot of hardship, which is what I hear from people a lot. It's like, oh, is that? I'm like, I feel like things were challenging for me when I was living from my conditioning and I was like operating in my not self and I was trying to like make that work. Which is what human design teaches you. It's all about how to get yourself into alignment, removed from the conditioning that you have experienced your whole life. There's something else I was going to say about that. It'll come back, I guess, because it totally left my head. I don't even know what that was, but you got married during your Saturn return? Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have shared that. I mean, it's, you know, it's the time of maturity. So getting married, having kids, like really stepping up in your career. It's the time where you really just become an adult for the first time. Looking back, like, I don't know, my whole 20s, I thought, oh, I'm an adult. I'm like considered an adult. And then I look back on myself and my videos and just how I talked and how I dressed, and I was not an adult. I was not an adult. Oh, you had your first baby? Yeah. Yep. Oh, thanks, Bretta. It's a dress. It's a dress. What would you say about Venus and Mars on the midheaven? You need to embrace your magnetism and use that in your career. Oh, got an Aries stellium. Oh, wow. That's amazing. You're a mental projector. I just realized my progressed chart in human design is a mental projector, and so many people have been asking me lately if I'm a projector, and my conscious chart is a projector, but I'm a manifesting generator. And then I looked up my progressed human design chart, and I'm a mental projector in my progressed chart. And I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I feel like I've been so damn sensitive lately. I'm in my Saturn return, and I'm a reflector. Oh my God. Y'all, my date tonight is a reflector. I love reflectors. Y'all are amazing people. But y'all are definitely real sensitive. Why is Mars and Aquarius, people always classified as people that like odd things? Asking for us all. Because it's true. I mean, Mars is how you express your energy to the world. It's your energetic expression. I have a lot of friends with Mars and Aquarius, actually. And yes, they have some very strange interests and just ways of being. Like, they're into, like, the weirdest things. And I'm just like, what? You like that? And their music taste, too. Their music taste is very different. It's very, like, eccentric, etheric, electronic music. That's what I've noticed with every Mars and Aquarius. Like, M83, if y'all know M83, like, have a couple friends who love M83, and they all have Mars and Aquarius. Just thinking of asking my cousin for her birth time, wish me luck. Okay. I mean, I ask everybody, no shame. I just read through my human design PDF that I bought from you, and it's so helpful. Yay! Amazing! I love to hear that. Duality of feeling like an adult, but myself knows and feels that I'm not is tough. Yeah. And everyone expects you to be an adult in your 20s, but you're not. You're truly not. Oh my God, that just reminds me. Someone sent me a bunch of video responses about a reading I did for them, and I totally forgot to respond. Oh my God. Being a manifesting generator. Projector the seer? What does that mean? Ooh, you're a manifester, Sarza Meow. I love that just rolls off my tongue. I love manifestors. I love them. I love all the types for different reasons. But yeah, I have a lot of manifestor friends. We really vibe. I feel like I've become a completely different person during my Saturn return. I resonate with that. I resonate. Saturn return happens at 29. 29 to 29 and a half, depending on your Saturn. But mine happened like right before I turned 30. It was like two months before I turned 30. But everyone, I think like 99% of people's charts I've looked at, which is a lot. I've looked at a lot of charts. All happens in the 29th year. What all comes with the human design report? There's a complete list on where you get the report. Like if you scroll down a little bit, it will tell you everything that's included. Basically everything about your chart. But if you really want a breakdown, look for that on my website. Yours is 2 months before 30 as well, yeah. Ooh, Samantha's a manifester. Yay, you've learned so much from my videos. I love that. I love that. Ding for confirmation if y'all heard that ding. Samantha, you're a Libra rising Sag moon. That's mine as well. Those are my placements as well. But I'm a Taurus sun. Happy belated birthday if it happened already. Being a Cancer sun. I always say when you're in your 20s, you're in your toddler. Yes! You're totally in your toddler adult years. Oh my God. 30s, teen adult years, yeah. I really feel that. Because a lot of my friends are in their 30s and they're more concerned with their appearance and like how they look than people in their 20s. Which, you know, it makes sense. But I'm just like, can you chill? Like, you're not old. Why are you so concerned with having like eye wrinkles? Like, chill out. It's very teenager behavior. It was Friday. Aw, happy birthday. Does the Saturn retrograde affect us who are in Saturn return? Depends on your Saturn placement. Depends on your Saturn placement. I mean, Saturn retrograde happens every single year. I just posted a video about this was it yesterday? A couple days ago? Like what the Saturn retrograde is going to mean for us as a collective, but you know, on a personal level, always depends on your chart, depends on what degrees your Saturn is at, because this retrograde is happening from 12 to 19 degrees of Pisces. So if you have your Saturn anywhere from 12 to 19 degrees or a little bit on the other side of that, then yeah, it's probably going to affect you a little more. than most people, but it also depends on if you have mutable placements that it's going to square. Do you have any water signs it's going to trine? Like, it really depends on your chart. There seem to be quite a few Taurus risings. Yay! Well, I'm a Taurus sun, so it makes sense. I feel like I attract y'all Taurus risings. Oh, we got another manifester, soaring woman. Love that. What do you mean you have Saturn in your natal chart? Everybody has Saturn in their natal chart. Oh, did you mean Saturn retrograde in your natal chart? Yeah, I would say you, it kind of just like feels more natural for the planets you have retrograde to go retrograde. Such an interesting observation about people in their 30s being concerned with looks. Yeah. And then I feel like once you hit 40, you like don't give a fuck. But it is very interesting to witness. Like, my friends who are like mid-30s, like, why do you care so much? Like, everybody ages. I don't understand. Libra rising. Hey. Oh my God. I'm also Libra rising Taurus sun. I love that. Love it. Love it, love it. Saturn is retrograde in your 3rd house. Okay. 6-2 Manny Jen. Hey, born on a full moon. I prefer whole sign houses. I think I'm always going to be concerned about how I look, but it's not about aging. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, like, I care. Like, I'll put effort into my appearance and I want to look good, but I'm not, like, overly concerned with, like, oh my God, I can't sleep on, like, I have to sleep on my back because this side is more droopy than the other. It's like, that is taking it to another level that nobody needs that stress. Like, why are you so concerned with your face? Like, one side of your face is a little bit more droopy. Like, that's too much. That is too much. I don't know why you care about that. Yes, and once you're in your 40s, you're a full adult. Yeah, because in your 40s, well, okay, so late 30s is when you have your second nodal return, or it's like second nodal return. And then at 44, you have Uranus opposition, which is in the modern world, real world, called midlife crisis. That's Uranus opposition in astrology. And then at 50, you have your Chiron return, which is like truly becoming yourself. I feel it. But I mean, you can do it before then. I talk about this on my variables bundle that I just launched, because there is a crucial life timing to the variables and when they get activated based on those transits. But you can obviously align with your true self before then, but that's like when it gets triggered for people. And that's why people have such a hard time and make such drastic life changes around those ages, because they finally, like, if they haven't been living in alignment, they wake up to like, oh my God, I'm not living my purpose. Oh my God. Like, these transits put pressure on you to align with your true self. And if you haven't been aligned with your true self, you're going to feel that pressure to align with your true self. And this is what Saturn return is as well. Like, Saturn, and you can have up to 3 Saturn returns in your life, even more if you live to be over 100. But like, the first Saturn return is about really coming back to your foundational nature, coming back to your true fundamental self, like who you really are at your core. And this is why I say the best advice for people in their Saturn return or about to be in your Saturn return is to learn how to live your human design, because your human design is going to like, what is that word? Calibrate you. It's going to calibrate you into alignment. Y'all remember when like touchscreens were new and you had to like calibrate them sometimes, and you had to like get them to line up correctly because they would go off kilter sometimes? That's like what it's like when we're living from our conditioning and we're out of alignment, versus like when we're in alignment, you're like truly on the path you're meant to be on. And these transits aren't so hard. That's like it. That's a secret sauce. That's all it is. Yeah, you do remember that. That analogy has been coming into my head so much lately, because it's like that's what human design is. It's a calibration. And that's what it was called. It was like you had to go into your settings and like look for recalibration, and like there would be some puzzle or whatever you had to like do to recalibrate your touch screen. But yeah, that's what human design is, like to your life, to yourself and your true life purpose. Calibrate to cultivate. The smart boards, yeah, they did. They needed it all the time. I forgot about smart boards. Wow, yeah. Wait, whose stomach's going through it? No way. Oh my God. Considering Taurus is in the neck. Huh, I always thought of the stomach and digestion as Virgo. But I have been experiencing some weird stomach issues the last couple days. Uranus has been on my south node, I think. And then it hasn't been close to my sun in a few years. But yeah, my sun's in Taurus. Love you, Bretta. Good night. It's only 9 o'clock there. Wow. Wait, I really want to know who was talking about stomach issues, because that's like, I was gonna make a video about it. Oh, also a Virgo rising, yeah. I'm a Virgo too, so it could be a double whammy. I have Chiron in Virgo, so that explains it. Maybe it's I don't know what's happening, because my Chiron's at 2 degrees Virgo. It could be Jupiter and Gemini squaring anything anyone has in Virgo that's like around 8 degrees of Virgo. Actually, I guess that would be like 1 to 15 degrees Virgo. Jupiter squaring it right now. And Jupiter in Gemini is like amplifying anxiety and mental stuff that can cause digestion and stomach issues. There, I just channeled about it. My sun is now in Virgo and I have digestive issues. I take digestive enzymes. Oh, well. It's been, I don't know. I was also kind of trying to blame it on the ozone stuff, because we've had like ozone warnings where I live, which is like really bad for your health to breathe in. And so I was thinking it was maybe that, because it just started up like when Saturn went retrograde, actually. Thomas, I just combined that. Taurus have stomach problems and throat problems, huh? What is a chart ruler? Victoria, do you have my free guide that you can get from my profile, like my store, or astrologyhumandesign.com, because that will give you a free guide that walks you through your chart ruler and what it means. Basically, the chart ruler is like one of the most important placements in your chart because it rules over your whole chart. I live in Colorado. Yeah, go check it out. It will walk you through your chart ruler, how to find it, what it means, how to find it, and then like what yours actually means for you based on what yours is. Huh, I've never heard of Taurus like innately having stomach problems, because that's interesting. I've in my life experienced a lot of like breathing issues and like had bronchitis a lot as a kid. I always attributed that to my chart ruler, my Venus and Gemini, because Gemini rules like the lungs and the neck and shoulders, hands. Oh wow, sore throat frequently. Wow, huh. I had strep throat a lot when young. Interesting. I experience like swollen lymph nodes from time to time, and then I'll like notice my throat acting up. Yeah, that does happen. But I drink a lot of water and tea to combat it. I feel like it helps a lot to stay drinking those liquids, healthy liquids. Sage Wolf Shaman, that's such a cool name. Taurus sun, Gemini moon, is that Scorpio? No, that's Virgo rising, I think, right? I should really know those symbols. The emojis confuse me sometimes. I should really know those by now, but I don't. Yeah, I think that's Virgo, because Scorpio has a little tail, like a little tail on the M. Hi, sun is in Cancer, moon in Capricorn, born on a full moon. Sag rising, nice. I am a Taurus sun, Sag moon, Libra rising. Virgo has the legs crossed. How I remember. What? People born on a full moon are here to be bringers of that energy. Like, whatever signs it's in. Like, Trump is born on a full moon. He has an intense public presence. He was born on a full moon eclipse. So that just amplifies it. But anyone born on a full moon is really here to bring transformation to the world. They're really here. They have that kind of like very, what's a soft way to put it? They can be really chaotic. They can be really emotionally unstable, but that's kind of their gift, is to bring that energy of change to the world. I'm glad I wasn't born on a full moon. I just want to relax and find peace. Were you born under a new moon or a waning gibbous or crescent? I don't know all of them off the top of my head. But there is a great book that Stephen Forrest wrote about the moon phases. That's called The Book of the Moon. If y'all have heard me talk about Out of Bounds Moon, which I think we have one right now. That's where I learned about that, from that book. Yeah, we are in an Out of Bounds Moon. And Out of Bounds Moons, I mean, they're just happening so much this year. Like, it's just become a natural state of being, is like chaos and change. But that's what Out of Bounds Moons bring when they happen. And it is rare that they happen. Typically they only happen once a month, but this year they're happening like every other week for 5 days of the week. I created a whole ebook guide giving you the exact dates of the Out of Bounds Moon this year because it happens 27 times. It's insane. But yeah, what was I talking about? Waxing, someone asked, I think waxing crescent. I don't know all those minor ones off the top of my head. If you're born under eclipse, I mean, look at Trump. He's a perfect example of someone born under a full moon eclipse. Chaos, lots of just like transformation, change, larger than life energy, here to bring that to the world. Had to look up born under a waxing crescent. Okay. I think I was born... oh wait, that makes sense. I'm getting them backwards. I think I was born right after a full moon. So what, that is a waning gibbous, I think. Because we're in a waning crescent right now. My watch tells me, which is helping me learn these. We're in a waning crescent and we have a new moon coming up. So waning is from the full moon to the new moon, and waxing is from the new moon to the full moon. Waning is going down, yeah. Because we're in waning right now, and we just had the full moon, and it's about to be a new moon. On Friday, I think we have a new moon. It'll be in Cancer. Yeah, for the longest time I got those confused. I like didn't understand, but now my watch is helping me learn. With orange eclipse hair. Oh my god. Does he have orange hair or an orange face? I thought he had an orange face. Goes to like spray tan. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. Possibly moving out of your ex-husband's Friday. Yay! Yay for new moon in Cancer. You were born the day before a full moon. Okay. So waxing gibbous. Yeah. So I was born after, so I must be a waning gibbous. This is so fun that y'all are sharing your phases. Like I said, the Stephen Forrest book, which I have a link in my shop that is all my favorite books and resources, and that book is in there. It's called The Book of the Moon, I think. I am a Taurus Sun and Mercury, Libra rising, Sag Moon, Venus and Gemini, Mars and Aries. That's me. That's me. I actually have the same, Trump and I share a moon. We have the same exact moon at the same exact degrees in the same exact gate and human design. Kind of a funny story. Sag Sun, Moon, Pisces rising. Love it. Is your moon's also at 21 degrees, Michaela? Sag Moon, love it. Aries moon, we got a lot of fire moons. Ooh, Pisces moon, fun. Super creative, super intuitive. Oh, we got another Sag moon. With a Cancer sun and Scorpio rising. Fun. Oh my god, so many Sag moons. All the Sag moons. Gemini moon, Mercury, and Venus. Wow. Look at all the Sag moons. Oh my god, hi. Love this. I love it. Wait, no way, Ray. I'm a Taurus sun, Libra rising, Sag moon. I don't think there was someone on my live the other day who was also those placements. Was it you? Because I was like, you're the only person I've met, if so, that has those. Taurus sun, Sag moon, Libra risings. It wasn't you. Okay, so I've met 2 people now then. Theoretically met. Hey, Sarbear. Oh my god, I love that y'all are finding like commonalities, because yeah, there are 1,400 different combinations of sun, moon, and rising. 1,400 different combinations. That's a lot. That's a lot of uniqueness. Oh, your Sag moon's at 19 degrees? Okay. So it's probably still in gate 26. Because mine and Trump's is at 26.5. 26 is the gate of the egoist. And the 5th line is the line of projection, external projection. Taurus sun, Scorpio rising, Sag moon. Oh my god, hey. What's the deal with Scorpio rising? What do you mean? In what context are you asking that? I meet a lot of Scorpio risings. I am a Libra rising. Oh my god, yeah. All of my classes, so everything that I've done that teaches astrology pretty much, especially when we're talking about the transits, which I teach in my course, my Become an Astrologer course, And then I teach that in various classes in my membership community where like all my advanced material lives. And I always use my chart as examples because looking at my chart in hindsight of like, okay, 2019 was a crazy year for me. What the fuck is going on? It is wild, like looking at my chart for back then, because I didn't really know what transits were back then or like how to track them. And so looking back and being like, oh my God, this is why that happened. Like, it's insane. And then like looking even farther back, like why did I have so much money when I was in college? Like I was never like a broke college student. I never resonated with that because I like worked my ass off in college. I had like 2 to 3 jobs while I was full-time taking classes. And I was also like getting money from like, because I was out of state, so I was getting like support to live. Like I don't know, I just had like a lot of money. It felt like Saturn was in my second house back then. It was like, oh yeah, of course I had like lots of money because I was working really freaking hard and like doing all the things to like create money. Like I love looking at transits in hindsight because it teaches me so much. But like I've said in almost all my videos where I've made predictions about stuff, like predictions can be really fickle. But when you look back, that's when you learn the most, truly, I feel like. Because predictions, like you're creating the future by what you're doing now. So the future isn't set in stone. So looking ahead can be really confusing and we can get really overwhelmed with that because there's just endless possibilities when we're looking into the future. But when we're looking back, it's like that already happened. This happened at this time for me and that's why. So that's I love to do that for sure. And that's what I teach in my courses and my classes as well, is like look back on your life to learn. Does your personal human design chart help tips on money or career? Not really. Human design is how your energy works. If you want to look into career or money, look at your astrology. But really to align with success as a projector, you just need to follow your authority. And that might require you to take some downtime in order to recharge your energy if you're burnt out. But you know, it's all about following your authority. Your authority is key and it's going to lead you to all the things that are meant for you and the way that those things are meant for you. And none of this is meant to like give you the answers. It's just meant to confirm what you already know inside. And at projectors, the most important thing for projectors is to like acknowledge what people are coming to you for or what people are recognizing in you. Like I have a lot of friends who are projectors and they're just so amazing at what they do and they don't see it because it comes so natural to them. And I'm just like, you need to create courses around this. You need to share this. You need to what are you doing? Just like doing this for free or like doing other careers that are burning you out. Like you need to be doing this one thing. And they're just like, I don't know. Like, no, like that's recognition. That's your strategy as a projector, is to pay attention to the recognition you're receiving and act on it. Yeah, I feel that to my core. It's like free advice to everyone, but yeah, no. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you just looked up my human design chart and don't understand anything, get the $25 custom report from my website. It will walk you through everything in a really simple way to give you what it all means, to help you understand it. Astrologyhumandesign.com. As a projector and introvert, people come to me to help relieve stress. Huh. Is there a system you've created that people want you to share with them? Because that's what I notice in my projector friends. They've all created systems. Like my one projector friend I'm thinking of right now, we were talking about dating and I was talking about how much I hate dating apps. And he was like, oh, they're so easy. You just like, you know, when you match with someone, you message them based on like what's on their profile. And I was like, what? That's a system that you created. To have people have success with dating apps, you need to be teaching that. What are you doing? Yes, we love projectors. Projectors are the third most common. Y'all are here to help us transition into the new world that we are all here to create and take part in. And like that was a very simplified version of what he told me about dating apps, but like you get the point. He created a system that has given him success in this one area, and there were many others that many other systems he's created that have given him success, and y'all are here to really share those with people because you are so efficient with how you do things, and it's because of those systems you've created. Do you think enough projectors will actually want to help when the time comes? The ones that are meant to help will. Not everyone is meant to learn about their human design. Like the founder of human design said that only like 8% of the world will end up learning about their human design because the rest of the population is here to kind of be a cog in the machine, basically. I love to help people feel better. Okay, I do my job well, but now learning how to balance it out, yeah. Nobody wants to listen. Well, you need to be around people who listen. If you gotta help people that want to be helped. Do you think only people who know human design will be able to help people? No. I mean, no. Because like the baristas that make my coffee every day don't know about their human design, and they're helping me by making my coffee delicious because I don't know how to make my coffee. Years ago, my yoga teacher always told me I'm an activator. Huh. Yeah. I feel that. Oh no, I just meant in general, but that's on waiting for the invite. Well, you have to have recognition first. Recognition is the first part of an invitation. I think projectors struggle with bitterness because they don't listen to their authority and they don't go where the recognition is. They try to help people that don't want to be helped. Which section of the report does it say which human design we are? I think it tells you on the first page. Self-care in the workplace is a struggle. My Sag moon in the 10th. Girl, you need to be working for yourself. Sag moon in the 10th house. Why are you working for other people? Yeah. I really see that with projectors a lot. They want to share their stuff with people who don't care to listen. Like even my friend who's a projector, I value what he does, and I've been telling him he needs to share it with people and sell it as a course or whatever, like for years and years and years. And then when we're on the phone, he'll just start talking to me about it, and I'm like, I don't care to hear about this. Like, I love that you know so much about this, and I want you to share it with people, but I'm not the one. And then he gets bitter, and I'm like, I'm not the one. Like, you need to go where the recognition is. Like, I didn't see, again, there's recognition from me of what his gift is, but there was no invitation of like, I want to hear about it. So there's two parts to that. Like, I recognize he has this gift in this area, and he needs to share it with people that want it from him, but I'm not the one that wants it from him. I just recognize he needs to share it. You know what I mean? And then he gets bitter when he tries to share it with me, and I didn't ask because I don't care to learn. Like yeah. At least where I'm at right now, it doesn't excite me at the moment, but yay! I love teaching. This is why I've created my courses on astrology and human design. This is why I've created my ebooks, which are a part of my courses. This is why I teach classes in my membership. I love teaching. It's my favorite thing in the world. It really excites me. Yes, come learn more. The best place to learn, if you're already like into astrology and you feel like you know the basics, human design as well. come join my membership because that's where all my advanced classes live. And then I do a Q&A in there where we get to meet over Zoom. I get to see y'all's faces, hear y'all's voices. It's a great time. And then I'll be doing a full moon workshop for the next full moon we have in Capricorn. So I teach classes in there too. And then I'm doing that workshop. Yay! Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. Or Mike. I like helping others. I'm in no position to do it for free. Yeah, nobody should be. Nobody should be doing anything for free. Nobody. We need money to live on this fucking planet. Like, nobody should be doing things for free. Unless it, like, excites you to, or there's, like, something else you're getting from it. Like, but no. No. How you gonna pay your rent if you're doing shit for free? No. No. No one should do shit for free, yeah. Nobody should do shit for, and on that note, I will leave you all. Don't do shit for free. Recognize your projector friends. Invite them. I do have playlists on my page for each human design type where I've done videos on the past. I've been creating videos for 3 years, so there's a lot of content in my playlists. And then, like I said, I teach advanced classes in my membership and teach the basics in my courses on astrology and human design. So, yeah, if you're new and you want a resource, get my ebook because it will walk you through the basics and the language of everything. But yeah, you're so welcome, Lena. Thanks for being here, y'all. I love you all so much. It's so fun every time I hop on here and y'all are here with me. I appreciate it. And yeah, you're so welcome. Oh, love you all. Have a great night. I will see you soon. Bye.